There is a petition out there for Simon Ekpa's release. I repeat, there is a petition out there for Simon Ekpa's release. Not everybody supports Simon Ekpa. We know that this issue of IPOB as a group, there's so much division as to who is fighting for Biafra the right way. The DOS is saying that Simon Ekpa is a criminal, Simon Ekpa is this or that he is not an IPOB member. While Simon Ekpa says that we reformed IPOB and we are doing what we need to do, the needful. Now, there's a petition online. Those that are supporting Simon Ekpa, they are signing that petition, which speaks a lot. It speaks volumes. That means this guy is in big trouble. If there's a petition that must be signed for this guy to be released, and those that are handling this Simon Ekpa's case, those that are surrounding him, they are not doing enough to convince their followers that Simon Ekpa is in good hands. Because while all this darkness trying to paint this and paint this are not being clear about the whereabouts and where Simon Ekpa is and the state of things, or is it that somebody said that he's trying to play a smart one, that he wants to go under for a time being and resurface? If he's going to do that, then that is good for the agitation. But we don't want the Nigerian style whereby something really has happened and some people are trying to cover and trying to play politics with every information that they dish out to the people, because so many people, so many Southeasterners are supporting Simon Ekpa. This guy has following. I repeated, and I'll repeat myself, that many people told me that they could not eat when they heard the news. Many people did not believe till today. Many don't want to believe that Simon Ekpa was arrested. Some tell you that he's resting. He wants to stay off social media for the meantime. He wants to do this and that. The group BRIGE, Beji, they are not doing enough justice to getting the people updated and informed. If they are having a Zoom or whatever meeting, if it were Simon Ekpa, the kind of social media presence that Simon Ekpa commands with this Biafran agitation is unprecedented. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you can see that Simon Ekpa is somebody else that when he speaks online, you know that somebody is online. The people, the de facto government in exile, and the group of officers, officials, they are not doing the needful. All we hear is that 29th convention, he will be there, he will be there. The same people told us that he was not arrested, that he's at a government function. Then people now got the information themselves that, not from the Simon Ekpa group, people got the information themselves that he was arrested. And now some people say that he's well and everything, that he will soon come out. Why are you playing with information like that? There are people you are playing with their intellect. For somebody not to be online for days, you need to get an information across to your people so that they will be okay. He's here, he's in custody, he is arrested, he is this or that. Then they will know where they stand. But you play with the emotions of the people that are supporting you. I don't think it is fair. From what I see and the way I look at it, it seems Simon Ekpa is in big trouble. Somebody said it's from the United States that he's looking at all these things, that it's a game that is being played by Simon Ekpa to lay low for some time, and later you come out and resurface and hits more harder. Yes, but when you look at the report, what does it take? How do you just oppose signing a petition for his release, putting out reports from other international bodies telling the Finland government not to give itself a bad name with agitators? That means this guy really has a case in Finland, and the supporters are wanting to get a clear direction of where is Simon Ekpa and what is happening to Simon Ekpa. Is he free? He will be going to court. He has lawyers. There's something that he's going to do. What exactly? We just see people trying to fill in the gap and everything. This guy has done a lot to win the hearts of so many people, which these officials of the de facto government in exile should not take for granted. Now, moving on to Bianca Ojukwu. Bianca Ojukwu is saying that she is very sure that she's going to be instrumental. She knows that Tinubu will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu very soon. And many people are saying a lot of things about Bianca Ojukwu's role in the travails of Simon Ekpa. Bianca Ojukwu's role. Some people are saying some of these things underneath, that since she became the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, all these things with agitation, the Biafran agitation, is taking another turn. This is the sentiment of the Southeasterners. We have 3 groups or 4 groups of people. Number 1, we have the people who believe that Nigeria can work. That is among the Igbos. There are people that still believe that Nigeria can work. We have the people that don't believe in Biafra. They believe in an Igbo nation. They believe in regionalism. So most of the time that I talk, I always capture these people in my 3 system of government. It is either there's a resource control for people who believe in one Nigeria. It's all going to help the Igbo person. Resource control is either there is regionalism or balkanization of Nigeria. So we have the one Nigerianists. They don't believe in Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Number 2, we have those that believe in regionalism and the Igbo nation. They think that the Biafran thing is a thing of the past, that let's have a nation in Nigeria, an Igbo nation with an identity, like it happens with other countries. I think Catalonia and some other countries that are unique nations in a state. Unique nations in a state. For instance, when you have regionalism, you have the Igbo nation in Nigeria, under the umbrella of Nigeria, but it is independent. It is independent. The United States of America, most states are independent. So there are people that believe in the Igbo nation, while there are some people that believe in Biafra. Some people also share the sentiment of Nigeria should work. If not working, let's have Biafra. Or yes, some people have that sentiment, or Igbo nation, but they don't trust Simon Ekpa. They believe in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see, when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, the reactions that the people that came out and called for his release, they were massive. Now that Simon Ekpa is arrested, how many people are calling for his release? It is only his people, the people at the de facto government in exile. They are the ones that are pushing all they can, doing all they can to push I think the agenda. There's an agenda. They want to package and push for his release so that he comes out victorious. But most people, especially those in the Southeast, nobody is fully coming out to push for Simon Ekpa's release. The politicians, the traditional rulers, most people in government are not pushing for Simon Ekpa. They are not rooting for Simon Ekpa, but they are rooting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is why the politicians, this is one reason why politicians are pushing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, not because they believe that Biafra should come from this man. No, some politicians, they don't believe that Nnamdi Kanu can give a Biafra that people want. They don't believe that Simon Ekpa can give a Biafra that people want, because the Biafra that they might give might displace them of their influence in the Southeast. The politicians will become irrelevant. That is why they don't believe in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. Hence, why are they pushing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release? They believe that politicians are behind the insecurity in the Southeast, and it is only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release that will open their secret activities, that will expose those politicians that are behind using Nnamdi Kanu's name, using Nnamdi Kanu's agitation to cause mayhem in the Southeast. Soludo as a governor has said it, and also Alex Otti as a governor. These are the chief security officers of their state. They have said the same thing. They say politicians. Hope Uzodinma also said the same thing, that politicians are instrumental to the insecurity that is happening in the southeast. So why politicians are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, calling for his release, is because they want to know who is responsible for the insecurity in the southeast. They believe that Simon Ekpa is part of the problem and may be used by whoever, a politician that's in power. They believe, because there's this school of thought that no insecurity can be successful without the input of a politician, of people in government and in power. Look at the North. There's nothing you can tell us, whether Lakurawa, whether Boko Haram, whether Iswa. Politicians are sponsoring these terrorists, and they are doing it through proxy. So, not different from the southeast. Then we have the fourth set of people, are those that believe that Simon Ekpa is the new man on the block. He has come to complement what Nnamdi Kanu, Wazirike, and Ojukwu. He has come to give Biafrans Biafra, whether they like it or not, by hook or by crook. So it is left for Simon Ekpa's supporters to sign the petition and push for his release. But one thing I know, that coming to Nigeria, repatriating Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, is an uphill task for the Nigerian government. The Nigerian government may wish, you know, these guys are politicians, they may wish that he be extradited back to Nigeria, but they know that it is beyond their power at this point in time. Now, if he is being convicted in Finland, and there are talks about giving this guy a second chance, I don't think that he will be, not that if they give this guy a second chance, that is if he's convicted, but which I don't believe he will be convicted. I don't believe so, because I've said it over and over again. If the Nigerian government wants to come and defend itself at the Finnish court, what would they tell the Finnish government? When we see human rights violations littered all over Nigeria, people are disappearing, the government is responsible for people disappearing without any due process. Government using illegitimate means to run governance in a democratic world, in a supposed democratically run society. Government can do and undo, disobey court orders and everything. Look at Yaya Bello in court. We're even surprised. Is Yaya Bello the one that is taking EFCC to court, or it is actually EFCC that is taking Yaya Bello to court? A governor making caricature of the EFCC in court. Former governor, and is one of the youngest governors in Nigeria, because he belongs to the APC. Look at how the world is looking at Nigeria, disgracing themselves. Look at what the president went to the G20 summit to talk about Nigeria. Said all sort of things about Nigeria. Nigeria is poor, insecurity and this, they should help us, come and help us, come and help us, come and help us. At the end of the day, Nigeria, we are looking at ourselves. Is that the country that want to say we are standing, we can treat this guy, our judicial system is good enough to, yes, give justice to this case? I don't think so. Simon Ekpa, his political party, we have reports that the political party have disowned him. He's facing a court case, so his political party excuse him for the meantime, let him face that court case. If he becomes victorious, then we saw some people pushing an agenda. Now, some of the people that are in Simon Ekpa's quarters, they are using AI to edit videos. So all these things, I don't know how do they want to run a government when they have this kind of characteristics. How do you want to run a government when you're using AI? People push propaganda. These people don't come to debunk it. Maybe they are happy that people are pushing propaganda that Simon Ekpa has gone on live. There's a video I did earlier. Simon Ekpa went on live, and people were rushing to. You see, they know that Southeasterners, anything about Biafra, they are giving it, whether it is genuine or not, they are giving it a support. So they are taking advantage of that fact, and you see people start pushing all sort of propaganda here and there. No, let there be integrity in what these guys that have surrounded Simon Ekpa, let there be integrity in what they are doing. Tell the truth. The fact remains that Simon Ekpa as we speak, as the thing is looking, he has been arrested and is facing the courts. If he had gone underground, you put us in the dark. So we are waiting the 29th of November. Then if he's not going to show up, we are looking towards the 2nd of December for the declaration, re-declaration. I thought it was declaration. Now, re-declaration of Biafra. Point blank, whatever happens, Biafra agitation stands. Nobody is stopping the Biafran agitation. See, all this explanation, all this shalaye we are shalaying here, nobody stops it. Look at what Jonathan said. He said that everybody is loyal to their ethnicity now. Nobody is loyal to Nigeria. Nobody is loyal to Nigeria. Everybody is loyal to their ethnicity. You see, the conservatives, they are pushing hard on conservatism, on Yoruba nation. Everybody is pushing hard, despite the fact that there is a limit that the 1999 constitution might give to you. Federal system practiced anywhere, but these guys are pushing hard, and they are making sure that the Yoruba nation is preserved. They are much more loyal to their Yoruba-ness than to Nigeria. The Igbos already know their own stand, Biafran. They are more loyal to their ethnicity. The Ijaw also, everybody is taking cue. It is only the politicians that are loyal to whatever. They are hypocrites. Their loyalty is hypocritical. But that does not stop the fact that Nigeria is much more divided than before. And where Nigeria is headed now is balkanization. One day you just see that something will just happen. People will just, okay, we are tired of this, we are tired of that. Let us have our separate ways. And I've said it before and over again that Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president. And those that are willing and thinking or dreaming that they are going to remove Tinubu from power, they should keep dreaming. Tinubu is going to spend his 8 years and nobody is doing anything about that. Somebody says he unsubscribed. My brother, when you look at the political calculation as we speak, look at the system, look at what people are supporting, look at the evil people are supporting. The PDP, they are supporting an evil system. Look at Labour Party and look at how ZLP won all the local government in Abia State. That is a Labour Party state. Look at how they conducted the election. If Tinubu conducts that election, the election that PDP governors are conducting at the local government, Labour Party governor, the only Labour Party governor, this Alex Oti, conducted at that ZLP almost won all the local government. If Tinubu conducts that kind of election 2027, he's going to return as president. And that is the template APC is setting up for themselves, for the country. Rigging elections is the template now. The incumbent must win. In Nigeria, only Jonathan that was so weak that forces pushed him out. Normally, the person in power must complete 8 years, whether is a democratic government or not, whether they respect rule of law, human rights or not. They know how to manipulate whatever. Remember, this INEC chairman, his tenure will end 2025 next year. His tenure will end 2025 next year, and somebody else will be appointed. And I bet you to be a called Tinubu loyalist or a Yoruba man, it will be. Buhari set the precedent. APC set the precedent of this tribal whatever in appointments. Buhari did it, and Tinubu is doing it pro max and calling the bluff of anybody. See, some Northerners, they're just quiet looking at everything. Tinubu probably at the end of his tenure is going to bring in somebody who is loyal to him from the north, because it is north and south. Tinubu knows how he can play that game. He can't bring a southerner. Yes. But if the north want to change it for him, Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president. So everybody is loyal to their ethnicity. Nobody is loyal to Nigeria. Let the politicians hear it. Everybody, Jonathan has come out to say, everybody is not people are not loyal to Nigeria anymore. The Hausa man is loyal to his Hausa ethnicity. The Fulani is loyal to his Fulani, wherever it's coming from. The Yoruba man is loyal to the Yoruba nation. The Igbos are loyal to Biafra. So little by little, the mascara, that thing you paint in your eyes, will be cleaned off. The reality will not set in. Then you see everybody will not come to tell themselves, let's come to a round table. The earlier the better for us to balkanize. And that's, I love what the Yoruba Rono are doing, especially in Lagos State. Let them continue. You know, little things they do, people will just pick it up from probably the South and every other place. Everyone will start protecting their territory, and it will now call for a referendum. Then the system is changing, so everybody has the opportunity to develop at their own pace. Regionalism will pay Nigeria, not this kind of democracy we are practicing, whereby few people. Look at what is happening with Dangote and the NNPC. All of a sudden, Port Harcourt refinery is working. Imagine, all of a sudden, Port Harcourt refinery is working. Whether it is refining or blending, we know what Buhari did with the rice pyramid. They put rice, use rice, deceive Nigerians. The rice pyramid disappear. Now it is Nigerian Air order Buhari. Nigerian Air, they paint plane, carry plane. David Hundeyin exposed that. Nigerians were bashing him. Politicians are deceiving Nigerians. The Nigerians are deceiving. We are defending the politicians that were deceiving them and looting their money against somebody who is exposing the evil of the government. Nigerian Air, another big scam. All of a sudden, Port Harcourt refinery is working. Yes, all of a sudden, Port Harcourt refinery is working. Are they refining or are they blending? How many journalists will be given, independent journalists will be given access to get to know their activities? The kind of politics black man practices is an evil politics. The kind of politics a black man will practice is an evil politics. Let them keep on deceiving Nigeria. A time is coming. The crop will be separated from the tares, and Nigeria will still remain a geographic expression and split to different systems that will work for those that are in that so-called contraption.